The generic Ember will look like this. It's not a bad build, as it allows you to make good use of her abilities, especially with the upcoming Jade Shadows update that grants the Warframe Overguard while using her Healing Flame augment for Fire Blast. Take note that Fire Blast Overguard will only be available for Ember, and it won't be available in the subsumed version. This makes Healing Flame a great ability for surviving, and the knockdown immunity will come in handy also for Ember. The best part is, Fire Blast will be better when it comes to hit detection in the upcoming update, as they will fix the annoying mechanic wherein you can't hit enemies that are above or below you. In addition, Ember will receive quality of life improvements when it comes to energy efficiency. With the upcoming update, you'll be able to keep up her immolation and allow you to spam her other abilities with no energy problems. Overall, the build I have shown you earlier is versatile wherein benefits from all of Ember's abilities. You can have decent damage reduction with immolation, armor stripping, and overguard with Healing Flame, Fire Blast, and constant fire damage with her ultimate. And for the first slot, you can use a subsume ability like Nourish to get viral and increase the energy efficiency of the Warframe even more. However, if you want to truly burn everything with Ember, then the best build is focusing on her Fireball skill. The upcoming changes to Fireball may not be significant, but I'm still not bothered, and in fact, I'm glad that Digital Extremes will make the Warframe more energy efficient, so I can focus on maximizing the potential of the Fireball ability. Ember's first skill has this augment called Fireball Frenzy, and what it does is allow Fireball to, instead of charging, be held on cast, creating a wave of energy traveling outward from the user that temporarily grants the caster and nearby allies additional heat damage to all attacks. It will add heat damage to your weapons, but it kind of sucks that it will combine with other elements that you mod your weapon. Basically, the most optimal modding that you can do is forming a corrosive or viral in your build, with the former being the best partner for the heat damage. Also, the heat damage bonus becomes insane, not just with power strength mods, but also with Ember's passive called Conflagration, which increases the Warframe's power strength by 5% for each enemy that is engulfed by flames. It doesn't matter if you hit enemies with abilities or weapons, as long as they have been inflicted by heat procs, then it will increase the power strength of Ember. In fact, the best way to take advantage of her passive is by using primer guns, or even nuke weapons that have decent or guaranteed heat procs. One of the best weapons is the Kuva Ogris, which has innate heat damage, and if you use this weapon with a Fireball Frenzy augment, you not only turn this into a primer gun, but also a devastating heat nuker that kills enemies in just a matter of seconds. In addition, the weapon also has the Nightwatch Napalm that creates a lasting heat orb within an area to damage enemies. The best part is that it has awesome skin that feels like you're the Doom guy while using the weapon. Another great primer perfect for Ember's passive is the Epitaph. It's explosive fire that procs multiple statuses, including heat at once. This allows you to spread the heat status to multiple enemies before casting Fireball, increasing the overall heat damage boost of the Frenzy augment. But these are old weapons, and newer ones, especially the beam weapons right now, are kind of busted not only in spreading heat, but also killing enemies with the Fireball Frenzy Ember build. One of these beam weapons is the Kuva Nukor, which has high status chance, perfect for spreading the heat and other elements such as corrosive or viral to increase your damage with heat. But my favorite weapon to use right now with the Fireball Frenzy Ember is the Incarnate Torrid. The weapon is just broken with Ember, especially with a corrosive and heat build. Not only that it can kill trash mobs easily, but the weapon actually does good against Demolice Necromech units and Steel Path Acolytes, especially if you switch to its normal form and shoot those toxic clouds that have corrosive and heat. Aside from that, it can also spread heat procs rapidly with the Prime Shred mod that allows you to hit more enemies with one beam. This synergy becomes broken with a combination of 1 Tau Forged Emerald Archon Shard that increases the corrosive stack by 13 and 4 Tau Forged Red Archon Shards that increase Ember's power strength to further increase the heat damage buff of the Fire Frenzy augment. Now, the 13 corrosive stacks will be busted with the upcoming Jade Shadows update, as Digital Extremes will be increasing the lethality of corrosive damage against armored enemies. Right now, this is one of the best combinations of Ember since heat does deal more damage also against armored enemies. Leaving a small portion of the armor means that I still get huge damage from corrosive and also heat, making it a really busted elemental combo for the Warframe. In the Jade Shadows update, I'm just glad that I won't rely on just weapons anymore to proc heat damage, as they'll be making quality of life improvements to Fire Blast, allowing me to proc heat better and increase the power strength I receive from Ember's passive. Guns are great for Ember, but using melee weapons are also busted with this synergy. There's a trick right now that allows you to take advantage of melee influence without modding for electricity, and this allows a Fireball Frenzy Ember to be more broken. If you use the Electro Pulse mod of the Doriga, then it will allow you to proc the melee influence spread without modding for electricity. This This allows you to freely use any weapons that you want, and you can mod for corrosive and heat. A prime example of this is using a melee influence Incarnate Dual Acore modded for corrosive and heat. The heat procs will get spread by the melee influence arcane, and it will increase your power strength gain in Ember's passive. Then the heat and corrosive will also spread, which will kill enemies faster. Also, I would like to add how broken the sentinel weapon called the Verglass is with this synergy. The Verglass is busted when you mod it with a high fire rate paired with viral and heat. The beam allows you to stack both viral and heat rapidly, and you can use this to proc the heat inherit mechanic in the game. The first proc of heat will stack rapidly, and then you can use your primary weapon to deal massive damage to the target. In fact, there are instances that you can hit millions of heat damage with this method, and it's insanely fun to see Ember melting enemies with her heat. And finally, here's the build I'm using for my Ember with the Fireball Frenzy augment. Instead of using her fourth, I decided to Subsume Roar, which makes the damage over time of heat more broken. This is the most lethal combination that you can use for Ember, and while you will enjoy being a versatile Ember who can use all her abilities decently, I strongly suggest that you try to focus on her Fireball Frenzy. Trust me, it's so much fun to see enemies burning to a crisp compared to just spamming her abilities. I'm really excited for this build with all the changes coming to Ember, and also the armor rework on enemies, which will make partial armor strip do more damage. Also, this build will be fun with the new Ember heirloom skin, and I hope you will also have a blast with this build setup. The rest of the video is for the Ember fashion frame I'm currently using right now, but it will definitely change once the heirloom skin is available. So that's all about it. I hope that you find this video informative. Before leaving, please give this video a like and comment down below if you find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Squad Leader, signing off.
I'll never